something just happened in 2013. I began to have like that interest, I said, I came across this Bitcoin thing. Let me just revisit it and see what this thing is all about. Then I went back. I started reading and reading, and the more I was reading, the more, I was getting interested now. Like, so this thing can really help people in my country. As a woman in Africa, the first thing your husband should like give you that go ahead to say, first thing he has to understand what you are doing, and then he has to like, okay, go ahead and do this thing. And imagine, for me, I had to like travel the world. So my husband had like agreed to me just to travel alone without him and all that. So for me, first thing is I got the blessing first from my husband. So I told him this is what I feel like I have to do. I think, for me it was like my son gave me a gift. He left me with a gift of Bitcoin. It was like, I'm not gonna be with you here, but they wanted to help me. Now help people with this thing that you found. So for me, I felt like it's a calling for me that my son left me with, that I have to like pursue it as a man, become a mother to Bitcoiners in those days. And I remember when in Bitcoin 2014 conference in Amsterdam, I could count about 3 black people.
Wow.
Like at the conference, like literally like 1, 2, 3, and then women, you couldn't count a lot of black women. They were not even like, I don't even remember seeing one. If I have, she will forgive me, but I don't remember. So I think the journey as a woman has been interesting, but now today we've got a lot of women coming in, and it's becoming beautiful. It's freedom. If you look at our lives in Africa, and our lives are always like in turmoils. One moment maybe we're at war. One moment our finances are collapsing. One moment there is not even food. But when you have this Bitcoin, you become like a global child, you understand? And you've got something that no government can take away from you. You've got something that when the finances collapses, you can lean on. So Bitcoin is freedom, like, I don't know if I can say personified in like money, whatever. It's freedom. It gives you freedom. It's money with freedom.
Hi everyone, this is Crypto Economy Politics and I'm Amo Bazongo. Our objective is to educate and inform the African people about the political and economic importance of the distributed ledgers like blockchain and their application like the cryptocurrencies. Let's begin.
Let's start with yourself, right?
Okay.
I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I know it's Alakanani, but
you have pronounced it well, actually.
Really? Okay.
Yes, you have.
But I will let you
Like
introduce
perfectly.
yourself. Alakanani is like, okay.
Like that, yeah.
But I know you are married because I saw you have
yes.
some YouTube videos about it, and you have kids.
Yes.
So yeah, I would just let you say everything about yourself, your background, everything. Yeah, so I'll let you talk about it.
Okay. All right. Hi people. My name is Alakanani Itereleng. Yes, I'm married. I'm 42 years of age.
Okay.
I've got one kid. There could be two, but I lost the other one, the firstborn.
Okay.
So now I have an almost 9-year-old kid. He's almost 9. He's 8.
Okay.
Yes. I'm a Bitcoin educator now. Yes, and I run the Satoshi Center, and I help people do Bitcoin. So I help people in the space, those are interested in learning about Bitcoin, about learning about blockchain. So I've opened the center for people to just come and sit down there and have a chat. The most beautiful thing is this year we have really expanded ourselves at the center, and because we got a very beautiful support from Pex4, who are supporting us well. The whole of this year we'll be getting the support from Pex4, and it enabled us to expand the center, and we have put a lot of tables for people who are interested in coming and having a space to work in, or especially those who are in blockchain. So we are availing ourselves to that. We've got outdoor chairs for people who just want to come and spend the day and have a chat, like an open space where they can just sit there and chat and talk about Bitcoin. So this is me, married. I love God. I love church. I love church. I love crypto. I love my family, and I love people. I love people a lot.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice to hear. But you are the first Botswana that actually I invite. So I don't know much about Botswana. So I would like you to talk a bit about it, about the country. And I feel that a lot of people in Africa don't know much about Botswana, places like Mozambique too, like Namibia. So what can you say about this area in Africa?
Wow, Botswana is a beautiful country. Yes, and I think that's Botswana. Very peaceful. The most peaceful, one of the most peaceful countries in the world.
Okay. When people talk about Botswana, generally they talk about diamond. This is the number one thing. But me, when I was checking, I saw that is 2 times bigger than UK, but the population is almost 3 times less than London. It's very tiny, right?
Yeah. Very tiny.
But also an interesting statistic fact that I saw is that the Tswana people, there are more Tswana people out of Botswana than inside Botswana. Like, for example, in South Africa.
I didn't know that.
Like in South Africa, for example.
Yeah, because South Africa is big. They've got Tswana people. Remember, we share border. We're almost like the same people. There used to be a part called Bukuta Tswana, which is now part of South Africa, but it was like part of us first. So we Botswana and South Africa and Botswana and Botswana, we are like almost the same people. So, and yes, of course, there might be more. I didn't know that, but there might be more Botswana in South Africa than in Botswana.
Yes.
Because you look at our population, we're not that many. So we are not that many. But South Africa has got millions of people.
Yes, exactly.
So definitely you might find, but you'll find that the Botswana that you speak, the dialect is not almost the same. It's not the same.
Okay. Maybe some influence from other languages, right? Some influence.
Yes, we'll find that the way we pronounce words, the way we say certain words are not the same. But we understand each other and we can communicate quite well.
Okay. I noticed that South Africa really influenced most of the countries around, including Botswana. Like in terms of crypto, like, is it good or bad? Like, what do you think?
I think, let me say, maybe in the very beginning, I don't think we were influenced by South Africa. When in the very beginning I was there, there was nobody from South Africa influencing me. I was there alone, doing all these things alone without influence from someone in South Africa. I won't say somebody from South Africa influenced me to do what I do. I just did that, and then the world influenced me because I began to meet a lot of people at Go, which I believe the world inspired me. Like when I met people at the Bitcoin conference in Bitcoin 2014, I got inspired by a lot of people that I met during that time. So not South Africa, but today, of course, you will find that there are a lot of these cloud mining things and all that. Most influence comes from South Africa.
Okay.
They'll be coming from with all this. They'll be coming from South Africa, but
Okay.
generally we were not. I was not. But today, of course, I see a lot of people. They'll be coming with to the center with some. I joined this thing. I'm told I can make money, and you find that it's coming from South Africa.
Yeah. I see.
We
Okay.
can't avoid that. We are neighbors.
Yeah.
Botswana is a landlocked country. If we are not getting influence from South Africa, we might get it from Zimbabwe. We might get it from all our neighbors. So it's a possibility. So but I was not influenced by South Africa.
Okay. Anyway, like people know you as the Bitcoin lady. Me, I would like to know how you became the Bitcoin lady.
I think because of what I was doing, like in the very beginning when a lot of Africans were not in the space, I was. I got in the space. I think it was just a blessing, I would say, in disguise, or I don't even know how to put it, because my journey to get into crypto wasn't like something that we sit and we get inspired by something and say, I'm gonna do this, it's inspiring me. I was going through a tough time, and my son was very sick. I had a boy, his name was Paco, and he was born with a heart condition called hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy. And it was very difficult for me at that time. I was a teacher. I was working as a teacher. And by then my husband was not yet employed. So it was kind of tough. No, he was just got employed at the bank. So the money was not like coming in proper. And he needed like help to have that heart and lung kind of transplant. So I was spending a lot of time on the internet, doing a lot of researches to say, how can I make money online, because I had heard that there are opportunities online where you can work and you can earn some decent money. So I was spending a lot of my time in the internet trying to work, get decent money so that I can find assistant for my son, who by that time I was told he needed heart and lung transplant. So, and then I came across Bitcoin the earliest 2012, like January, February, I'm not quite sure the exact month. So, and I came across Bitcoin. I worked for this online. It was a survey thing where I had to work and earn Bitcoins. I was like, if this money is more than $1, so if I can spend like all my time on the internet, I might be able to raise a little money for my son, and I can, be able to get him the proper help he needed. But unfortunately, my son passed away in April on the 12th. And at that moment, I decided, okay, I've been spending online for him, all this time online for him, but he's not here anymore. So I just left everything. I never earned any Bitcoin. Even if I earned, then they never gave me anything. They started, talking about me doing a lot of surveys and all that. So I quit that. And then I just stopped doing researches online and whatnot. And I was teaching at a place called Tonota in Church. And in August of 2012, I was transferred to Gaborone. So I came to Gaborone in August, and the whole of 2012, I was going through all that pain of losing my son. And there was nothing like inspiring me or anything to do like anything. I was like a bit angry about everything, a bit angry about life and everything that was happening. And the why me thing, like I was trying all this time, and my son died at the end. And then something just happened in 2013. I began to have like that interest, I said, I came across this Bitcoin thing. Let me just revisit it and see what this thing is all about. Then I went back. I started reading, and the more I was reading, the more, I was getting interested now. Like, I said, this thing can really help people in my country. So that's when I decided, I remember I took about 10 of my friends. I said, guys, I'm going to teach you about Bitcoin. So I started like that, on my own. And then I did a video I put on YouTube. My first video was so funny. And I put it on YouTube. And interestingly, I have got a lot of response from people talking to me, and actually I did not even understand much about Bitcoin at that moment. But I was, I had that thing, I got the bug. And I got the orange peel. I'm telling you, I'm like, so that's when I started doing this Bitcoin. And people started calling me Bitcoin Lady of Botswana, Bitcoin Lady of Botswana, Bitcoin Lady of Africa, Bitcoin Lady of Africa. That's how it started.
Yeah.
And then that name stuck. And then I said, okay, if they call me Bitcoin Lady, I'll be Bitcoin Lady. Then I changed my Twitter handle to Bitcoin Lady. And I have been Bitcoin Lady since then, since 2018.
Okay.
So that's how I got the name. Yeah.
It's nice to know that you can go from a sad situation to where you are now. I think you are, for me, you are really strong, and as a woman is you have to be really encouraged for what you are doing. And how was it to be a woman in that field, like to be a woman actually promoting Bitcoin? How was it?
I think one thing as a woman in Africa, the first thing your husband should like give you that go ahead to say, first he has to understand what you are doing, and then he has to like, okay, go ahead and do this thing. And imagine for me, I had to like travel the world. So my husband had like agreed to me just travel alone without him and all that. So for me, the first thing is I got the blessing first from my husband. So I told him this is what I feel like I have to do. I think for me it was like my son gave me a gift. He left me with a gift of Bitcoin. It was like I'm not gonna be with you here, but they wanted to help me. Now help people with this thing that you found. So for me, I felt like it's a calling for me that my son left me with, that I have to like pursue it as a man and become a mother to the Bitcoiners. So I spoke to my friend. He has given me bless ever since. I to do what I do. So I don't think it was that much of a challenge, because I had already the blessing to do what I'm doing with my husband giving me that go ahead. So to me, it wasn't a challenge. The only big challenge was not meeting a lot of women during, in the very beginning, 2013, 2014. I was not meeting a lot of women in conferences, and sometimes you feel a little bit lonely. And there was very like women, during those days. And I remember when in Bitcoin 2014 conference in Amsterdam, I could count about 3 black people.
Wow.
Like at the conference, like literally like 1, 2, 3, and then women, you couldn't count a lot of black women. They were not even like, I don't even remember seeing one. If I have, she will forgive me, but I don't remember. So I think the journey as a woman has been interesting, but now today we've got a lot of women coming in, and it's becoming beautiful. Because if you can entrust anything with a woman, you are sure it will last a lifetime.
Yes,
to last a lifetime.
Yes, that is what generally we say in Africa. And I heard last time I was talking about Cameroon, and he was talking about a lady from Botswana that he admired a lot. And I said, which one? And he said, someone named Alakanani. I said, okay, I know. And I said, why you like this one, this lady? And he said, I like the way she explained Bitcoin to people. And me, I would like you to explain Bitcoin to me. Like, just suppose that I don't know anything about Bitcoin, okay? And you say, okay, I ask you, what is Bitcoin? Just try to explain something. I come from somewhere in the village, in the last part of Botswana. Just explain what is Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think, how do I explain it? Sure. Now to simplify it, let me see. Think of you having power and control over something that you own, something that is yours, something that you can do anything with it without somebody blocking you from controlling it. With Bitcoin, it's more than a currency. For me, it's more than a currency. It's something that is empowering. It's something that is giving you some kind of identity, some kind of liberation. It's more like liberation. It's freedom. If you look at our lives in Africa, and our lives are always like in turmoils. One moment maybe we're at war. One moment our finances are collapsing. One moment there is not even food, But when you have this Bitcoin, you become like a global child. You understand? And you've got something that no government can take away from you. You've got something that when the finances collapses, you can lean on. So Bitcoin is freedom, like, I don't know if I can say personified in like money or whatever. It's freedom. It gives you freedom. It's money with freedom. It's I don't think when you're holding your fiat, you've got freedom. You don't have it. They can tell you tomorrow the money that you are holding has got no value. They can tell you that tomorrow you are not allowed to withdraw more than $50 in the bank account. So there's a lot of restriction when it comes to your money that you are holding. But Bitcoin is money that gives you power, that gives you a voice. It doesn't have color, it doesn't have race, it doesn't have gender. It's like if you are in Bitcoin conferences, if you have been in Bitcoin conference, you can see like equality all over. People are socializing with each other. Nobody is saying, hey, me, I'm better off, me, I'm what, I've got a lot of, I'm a whale, I'm pegged in Bitcoins. No, there's something about Bitcoin that makes people to like come together. It unites people. It's a beautiful innovation that unites people. So for me, Bitcoin is not just money. It's not just about you sitting there and trading and doing that. It's something. It's unity. I mean, I can describe it in a lot of ways. It's freedom. It's freedom. It's unity. It's equality. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful. I've never seen such a beautiful innovation as Bitcoin. Believe me,
I'll just
we can talk about
first power, right? First power,
yeah,
freedom, and liberation in general. Unity, all those characteristics.
all those things, that make this innovation beautiful. I mean, we've seen innovations before coming in. We've seen, we've seen whatever that has been happening, technologies coming in and all that, but we've never seen a technology which unites people better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is beautiful.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
And this leads us to your projects, like the Plus Farmer Chain. You are the founder of Plus Farmer Chain.
Yes, I am the founder. Yeah.
I guess you want to give power to farmers. Like, what is it? What is this project about? And can you explain it?
Yes. Yeah. One thing about the Bitcoin that has made us, to have the power, like I said, also the ability to be able to have our own freedoms, to be able to help our people in the best way that you know how. Like for me, when I started the project of Plus, which is now been led by someone else, because I handed over the reins to that person, because I want to concentrate. Yeah, it's called Emmanuel Adams, because I wanted to concentrate on what I love best, which is educating people about Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, Plus is this freedom to small farmers. If you can look at what is happening today, whether it's in Botswana or anywhere, the farmers do not have power over what they plow. They don't have power as to how they sell it. There is people who are controlling and manipulating the whole agricultural system. But if you can now bring all these farmers, into a system, of supply chain, a system where the farmer has got a say, the farmer is able to, have connection with other farmers, and they can have a voice, a decentralized kind of system where together they've got information. I think we will have even much more better food quality. For example, the food that we have will be better, because nowadays people are just plowing. Some that they're even spraying the food that we eat with pesticide and insecticides and all that. So having a system like Plus will ensure that there is quality control. There is also no manipulation of the food that we eat. I always say I don't like being given donkey meat when I want to eat a cow. So with Plus, we are able to trace and track things. So for me, it was all about that, having a system where you are able to track not only plants, but also the meat, having the farmer's voice. The farmers have got a voice, There's a kind of governance, there's some kind of system that enable the farmers, the small farmers, those are the ones I'm more concerned about.
Okay.
Because you find that, they will be plowing their cocoa, their coffee, but at the end of the day, they can't sell it because somebody is going to say to them, I can only buy your bag with 4 shillings or whatever value. And if they spend a lot of time sweating and doing everything at the farm, and then they don't benefit anything, but someone, because he's big somewhere there, is the one that comes and take the whole control.
Yeah.
So my dream for Plus is to eventually have this system that farmers can rely on. The small farmers can also enjoy the profits. They can be able to supply wherever they want, wherever in the world, without limitations, without borders. Becomes a borderless platform.
Yeah.
It becomes a platform for everyone in Africa. So that's my whole idea. And as I handed my reins to Adams, I told him, this is how we're gonna do. This is how we're going to be one of the biggest platforms in Africa for farmers. And I do believe he will be able to carry the vision and do it proper. And one day we'll be talking about Plus. We'll be talking about a system that was created for Africans by African.
Okay.
I think there's so much Bitcoin has been enabled us to do, and I still believe I'm still going to see a lot, of freedoms happening because of this innovation that came as a result of Bitcoin. We're going to see Africans being empowered, even the way we send our monies, the way we own our monies, it's things are going to change one day. So Plus is just the beginning of change. Yeah, for me, it's the beginning of change for a lot of people. Yeah.
Okay. And this is you talked about Africa, because I guess Plus is not only for Botswana, it's only for Africa. There is
No.
this project, this government project, like the African Free Trade Agreement. I don't know if you follow this. Like, is a little bit
Yes,
linked with Plus, because if we want to allow farmers to really like be free, the borders need to be really broken, and people need to be able to trade each other. So I would like to know what you think about this agreement, like the fact of breaking the borders, allowing people to
let me tell you something. I know it's talks. They've been talking about this for some time, of opening borders and whatnot. But let me tell you, as long as we are doing all these things in a centralized way, we are saying we are decentralizing, but it's still centralized. I'm not sure if it's gonna still work. We're still gonna have people fighting for power, fighting for control. It's not that I'm not believing, but I will believe it when I see it. I'll have to say that I'll believe it when I see it, because at the end of the day, someone, like I always say, will always want to be the one who is there at the top. So better trust in maths, trust in mathematics. Trust in cryptography than trust in human beings.
But how could we decentralize this space? I guess it's like a economic zone, right? How could we decentralize it? Like how it could start? Because sometimes it's difficult for people to see how it can really help in this type of situation, for example.
I think what is important is to have an open mind. Like when I look at how a lot of government has been approaching Bitcoin, for example, somebody just came and then they bashed it without having an open mind to try and see. Normally, when something is new to you, you can be scared. You can be scared of this change and say, no, I'm not sure. Sometimes some people just ignore it and say this thing doesn't even bother me, when in actual fact they need it. I think what is important is to take time to study what is happening today, understand what decentralization is about, understand the fourth industrial revolution, what is happening, and how, as governments, we can implement all these different types of technologies to help, make things easier for people. And also to, remove too much power in one person. One person will be having so much power. At the end of the day, you wake up in the morning, he owns half of the country. Every piece of land you are stepping on is his, because we don't want to sit down and try and maybe have dialogue and have agreements, call people who know, if somebody is talking about decentralization or is talking about fourth power, the fourth industrial revolution and all that, call these people, the experts, call them, have a dialogue, talk and ask how can we improve this. But I don't know if ever it's going to happen, because people naturally are greedy and people naturally love to be in power.
Yes, yes.
So I don't want to lie to you.
No, but have you been approached by the government in Botswana, or I don't know, by even the African Union, something like that? Have you been approached by any
Only
only
I've been to Bank of Botswana twice. Yeah,
the bank of
the
Botswana?
national. Yeah. The
Okay,
first time I went there on my own. I just went there to just talk to them.
okay,
But the second time they actually called us. They
okay,
called me at the Satoshi Center, my guys at the center, and we went there. It
okay,
was beautiful. It was beautiful having a dialogue, just
okay,
sitting there and we're talking about this thing and what is
okay.
happening. But it was last year. It was never when they never followed back to say, how you guys doing, all that.
Yeah.
So I think that was beautiful. I've been on radios before, twice I think, or three times. I went to some radio stations in Botswana, and I've been in there. I've been I've done some talks there. So, but I haven't been like approached by like
Yeah, yeah.
super big guys there. But for me, it's not that important.
Okay,
What is important for the guys in the ground, the people are the ones that need empowerment, that the people that need to be empowered, that people that need freedoms, that people that need to be told that, hey, there's an alternative to what you have.
okay,
There's an alternative to centralization. There's an alternative to this. So that's why the center is there, to say there's an alternative. If
okay.
things don't work, there is an alternative to what you can do. So even though there are governments or whatever, even if they don't call me to say come and have a chat, it doesn't matter that much. What matters is the masses that are able to adopt,
Okay.
and the masses, the people that are like coming in masses and adopting and believing in the innovation. That is the most important thing.
Okay, okay. Like I,
Yeah.
I see that decentralization. It seems to be the main innovation in the Bitcoin, the blockchain industry. And if do you think decentralization is against regulation? Like, should we regulate all this field?
For me, the idea of regulation, it's yeah, I can't say I'm against it or I'm for it. There are instances where I feel yes, the people sometimes need to be protected. Like I say, people naturally are greedy. Even if we'll be pushing for Bitcoin and whatnot, there will be the dirty players in the market. There will always be those people that are not straight,
Yeah.
are not doing that thing straight, and they might harm people, harm other people. Let me tell you, even if you can do a good thing, there will be those minority, small numbers of people who will be there not to do things well.
Yeah.
So we need people to be protected. We need to protect the people. The people that we want for them to adopt and use Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are the people that we need also to protect. So if we can have some kind of ways in which to, if regulation is part of it, of protecting, then we can go for it.
Okay.
Otherwise, maybe we might find ourselves living in some kind of anarchy where everybody does whatever and hitting people in the space.
Yeah.
Because not everyone in the space is good.
Yeah. Okay.
There are people who are dirty there,
Okay.
who will play dirty. Yeah.
We saw like I think it was last week, like Nigeria, they already have a regulation plan for the crypto space. How is it in Botswana? Any regulation, any law, anything that you know?
But
Nothing. Okay.
I think for Botswana they're still like observing.
Okay.
They're still observing.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think they're still observing what is happening in the space and what kind of what is actually Bitcoin, what is blockchain. They're still trying to grasp all these things.
They're observing
Because
Alakanani, right? They are spying on you, right?
possibly, but I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm doing actually a good thing. I'm educating and protecting my people. I'm telling you, if there is one thing that I don't like is scams and schemes and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm very vocal about it. I'm very vocal about that. If you start teaching people about all this, I will tell you that I don't like it and don't come to my office.
Okay.
So I'm proper and straight on that one. They can observe me and they will actually learn. If they can keep on observing me and spying, it will be good for them. It will be good. Yeah. So I think they're just observing. Yeah. And it's important for them to observe and also to protect the people. Because some of these guys, they'll come with get rich quick scheme that are hating our people. They are really hating them. So.
And by the way, like in Africa, the MLM is really using those crypto to how to fight against those Ponzi scheme and how to do finally, because it's like in Africa, it's easy for people to just jump on it and lose money. How to do finally?
I always tell them that this thing is like a demon. You fight this one, it goes, and then another one will come.
Yes.
And even the people that get banned, get swindled of their money, they still go back and join. I mean, this thing is like a spirit that won't go away. It's kind of so hard, man. Like for me, I feel it's so hard. We try to talk to people about it, but people are, like I say, greedy naturally. If I wanted to be rich, believe me, I could have been rich like quickly. I could be a rich person right now, because people are following me. I could have just say join this, and people would have come in large numbers.
They trust you, right?
They trust me. I could have used that and come with some stupid scheme and get myself some very big bags. But no, I don't like schemes because it's hurting the people that we are trying to liberate with Bitcoin. We are trying to liberate them with crypto, and then at the same time we are hating them. MLMs are demons. They are so tough. They're demons.
I actually, on this show, I invited someone who is doing MLM, and I tried to let him the chance to defend himself, and he tried to defend himself. But well, I'm following him to see what will happen. Because it's also a way maybe of to educate the people about what it really is, and people will see.
Don't say you. I mean, like somebody, you are hating people and you say you are educating them at the same time. You are confusing people. You are making the people that you are supposed to give power to make them, to render them powerless. End of the day, somebody takes the money for his school fees, and then they put in this MLM thing, and then it disappears. How do they trust the Bitcoin? End of the day, that's why people are unable to differentiate between Bitcoin and a scheme. And you'll be talking to people about Bitcoin, they'll be like, but Bitcoin ate my money. How does Bitcoin eat your money? You see? Because somebody came with a scheme that took their money. Now they don't know the difference between Bitcoin and a scheme. So I always try to explain to them, like with your own fiat money, somebody can come up with some kind of MLM using currency. Doesn't mean that currency is bad. It's only that the person who brought it is bad. Think of one coin. One coin came and swept people out of their monies. So you see, so I never have. I don't like talking to MLM people and like trying to listen to them or whatever. I'm not even interested. Like some of them are super rich right now. They can make fun of me and say, but I'm better off than you. I said, better have my soul. I've got my soul. I don't have anybody looking at me and say, you got rich out of my struggle. Nobody's looking at me and thinking like that. Nobody's saying, but you got rich and I took money I gave you and you get rich and I'm still where I am. And your thing that you introduced me to disappeared. No, nobody's looking at me like that. But what I'm giving them freedom, which they can use and empower themselves and their kids. And they can teach their kids about Bitcoin. They can teach their kids about a lot of things, in the crypto space. An MLM person is not helping anyone but himself. Yeah. Nah.
Okay, like, but this year we have like the DeFi movement. I don't know if you are really following that too. It's
Yes,
really,
we have
yes, yes,
yes, we like with Plus
yes.
I think few days back the new CEO they introduced a Plus governance tokens, which is a DeFi.
Yeah,
So
okay,
it's a P farm.
okay,
Farm,
okay, okay.
so that farmers can also become part of yield farming and all that
Yes,
using
exactly.
the P
Uh-huh.
farm P farm what do you call it? P farm token. What
Uh-huh.
I can tell you is in the DeFi movement, it's like just like in the ICO season,
Mhm,
there will be like some things that are not proper.
mhm,
There will be projects that are not real. Believe me, they will be there. And there will be those that are actually real. I believe that the Plus project is very real and it is here to empower farmers. But there will be projects that are fly by night. But the most painful thing is it is those projects that are not real that people run to
yeah.
because maybe they are well documented, they are well written, and somebody looks at it and say, hey, this might be true. So you have to be careful. DeFi is good. You can actually, it's good, but also you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
You can make very good wealth with DeFi if you know how to do all this yield farming and all that. And at the same time, you can lose a lot of money if you can pick on the wrong one.
Mhm.
I think we all know what happened to sushi. It hasn't recovered even up to today. I don't see it, like recovering as it was. You know, the owner one day decided, I'm dumping everything. It's kind of wrong.
Yeah.
So it's good. So, but do all the proper research
Research, yeah.
before you can put your money into anything. Do the proper research. No matter how something is well written, research is important. Don't go put your money into a project that doesn't have an owner. Of course, we are putting our trust in Satoshi because he did everything and then he decentralized and went, but we know it's good. It's in our hands. Bitcoin is in our hand. But whereby somebody is the one that is doing all this thing and all this thing, do your research. DeFi is good, but do your research.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will wake up poor, heartbroken,
Mhm.
and dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people in Africa, they don't have much this culture of research. How can we like push people into that? Because I don't know if they are curious enough or not, or they just want the quick, like quick way to earn money. Like how to make people really like to research and to be a bit skeptical of everything that they hear from people.
I think I, I do believe in Africa we are really we really need help, kind of like sometimes our own governments are the one that make us to become what we are.
Ah,
The people will be in need, the people are poor when the big guys there are, living like their own heaven.
mhm,
And sometimes because of the situation of life, uh, the people don't have time to like sit down and read.
mhm.
If they hear about something that can like help them come out of the problems that they are in, they will rush in head on, and then only to get banned when they're already in.
Yeah.
So I do believe to have centers like Satoshi Center or any other center where people can always have a time to just sit under the trees and talk. Like that's what we did now. We put some chairs like behind when we put some flowers so people can just come and sit there, and then they have drinks and have coffee and they have the chat. If we can have like some that kind of thing where we call people and say, come, let's sit and talk. Sometimes to take a book and read might take a long time for them to read.
Yeah.
But if we have a place where we like some kind of fire chat kind of, we're sitting there like in the past when in Africa we used to sit together with our grandparents and we'll
Yes.
talk with them to us. So if we can have that kind of thing like with our centers and we have people coming, we just sit and we are having a chat, we talk, you'll find that you've protected one person from the who was just about to join some scheme, or we're just about to invest in a DeFi that is not proper or that is not well that doesn't even have a person as to who that project belongs to. if I do a project and it's me and I mess up, it's me, you'll know where to find me. And you know how you can get me and sue me. Yeah. But if you don't know, who are you suing?
Yeah.
A fish? Like somebody has put a fish.
Yeah.
Are you going to find a fish in the river, in the ocean and sue it? No, you can't. So we need to have those centers, bring back that African culture of sitting together and having chat and having, those, traditional, compound thing, where you are sitting and having a chat. So we need to have that kind of thing back. So I'm hoping as we grow at the center, we'll have that kind of thing. Our center will have that kind of thing where we're just sitting and just, protecting ourselves.
Okay, nice. I hope we'll have more Satoshi centers in all across Africa, and
we are already playing in so many countries. Like we are in Uganda. I think they will be opening the center. We'll be in, I think Nigeria will have the Satoshi Center. We'll have that, and we can replicate all that everywhere, and have people talk about Bitcoin in like kind of communal way. Sit there and chat and have fun, have drinks, have meetups. And if you don't have meetup, the center is always open 24/7, and we are sitting there and we are talking and having fun.
Are you thinking about a kind of franchise where, like, kind of McDonald's of where like you can have different, because the one issue is that anyone, imagine for example in a place like Ghana, anyone can go and open something and say Satoshi Center, but it's not a real Satoshi Center. Like we need that we need that someone like you can try to spread it everywhere, right? What do you think about that?
Somebody said that the exact thing yesterday. I was talking to someone yesterday. Yes, yesterday somebody said the exact thing.
Yeah,
was saying, what do you think of franchising the Satoshi Center brand? Because it's a brand.
Yeah.
And what you are trying to do, franchise it. I'm like, okay. And you are saying it again.
No, I think it's really, it can help to promote really fast the idea of Bitcoin, blockchain, and everything. So, well, I let you think about it. But now you are like, I know you stepped down from Plus Farmer Chain, and I'm connected with Emmanuel Adams. Maybe one day I will try to invite him. I know he's a kind of guru in Africa in that. But except this project and also the Satoshi Center, can we see you like in other projects, something that you're planning for, like still to promote the Bitcoin and blockchain?
I think Satoshi Center for me it's almost everything. Like I was telling you, when I got an assistant this year from Pexford, I did a lot of things. I bought a lot of tables, I bought a lot of chairs, and I bought outdoor chairs. And if right now on Monday I can just take photos for you, but outdoor chairs there. And I'm thinking of what I've just been telling you, a compound kind of thing, a yard where people just come, sit, and we talk and we chat and we talk about Bitcoin. And if you've got a project and you've got a table at the center there, you can come and sit there. So for me, I think concentrating on Bitcoin for me is like, it fulfills me somehow. I feel fulfilled. I feel complete. I feel like this is exactly what I have to do. And my son knows when he'll be like, Mama, do you have Bitcoin? Like, if I don't have money, he said, but you have got Bitcoin. I want this the Satoshi Center to be everything. Like people be there chatting, like what people do when they're at bars. They'll be sitting there and chatting. Yeah. So what about now the center? We've got those chairs and people are sitting there and talking about their future, protecting themselves, about the freedoms that comes with Bitcoin. I've got a vision, of operating a small radio there, where we'll be, having those live shows on YouTube where we just be talking and we are recording all that. It's a process. Yeah. I think we'll get there. The support I'm getting, it's enough to keep on pushing me, because I see that people believe in what I'm doing. So I have to keep on doing that, and not disappoint people and not disappoint myself, because I believe if I disappoint people, I'm also disappointing myself. So yeah, Satoshi Center is everything to me. There will be projects, of course, maybe that will come out of the Satoshi Center because there will be people in there, and a lot of people who are coming. Like I said, we've got a lot of businesses at the center. We have the Satoshi Center and its housing. We will play better there. You can go there, you find a banner for play better.
Okay.
Get there, banner for plus.
Okay.
Get there, and right now we've been talking with Cardano. Maybe you
Okay.
find some people, some developers for Cardano in the center there. So you see, you're going to see a lot of people who are contributing in the ecosystem in the space. So
Okay.
that's what we want to have. All these people that they contributing to the ecosystem, developers doing this, whatever doing this. And at the end of the day, we are all this one big ecosystem came as a result of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is king. So no matter what we can come up with, Bitcoin remains king.
Yeah.
It's king.
Super.
Yeah.
I will try. Almost. I think it's almost 1 hour. I'm not sure, but we'll try to ask like the last questions because I know that
Okay.
we have a lot of things
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
But like, how can we? I know that you are trying to promote Bitcoin and crypto, but how can we really? What are the steps to really? If some people in Africa they are hearing us and they really want to promote the Bitcoin, the crypto, the blockchain, how can we do it? Like some
Collaboration.
collaboration. Uh-huh.
Collaboration. One thing that I've learned is you cannot do it on your own. You need other people to also, contribute to your growth. Otherwise, you don't grow when you're alone. When you're alone, they're doing stuff. You make mistakes. Nobody's is gonna correct you. Nobody's gonna show you the way. So you need collaboration. Number one. Also, you need to like believe in what you want to do. So push what you want to do, believe in what you want to do. If you want to start some kind of meetups, start even by having your friends. I started with friends.
Yeah.
Start with friends, and friends will tell friends. Just go crazy. Even if you don't understand what you're saying, just go for it, and eventually you'll grow. And also read, like you say, read. Have resources, have people that you follow. Like I love following Stacy and Stacy Hewitt and Max Kiza.
Yeah.
I love following them.
Yeah.
I love them and there's John Karanja in Kenya who inspires me, but he doesn't know that. But he inspires
Okay.
Okay. He inspires me a lot, and those are people that you like keep on following, and you ask them, how are you doing? They'll also encourage you, they will advise you. Have like a circle of people who will encourage you, who will help you when you are down, who will help you when you need help. Have a circle of friends. If you can have each other, you can have a ripple effect. You can do a lot of good things. So I'll say, don't be alone.
Yeah.
Have people that can, like what you are doing today, just having a call and having a chat. It's beautiful. So it means you are connecting with people. So the people that you connect with are different people, different personalities, different backgrounds, different knowledge, different expertise. So all these, they help you shape yourself to become what you want to become for your people.
Yeah.
I think that's all I can say.
Nice, very nice. It's really it has been a great pleasure for me to talk to you, and I hope that I will have another chat someday, maybe next year. I don't know if you have this. Maybe something will come up with the Cardano community, and then I will be
Yeah.
come and ask you some.
I'll definitely. Yeah, I think with the Cardano, we are having developers. I think they're having a call with some developers on Tuesday. So I'm hoping we'll have a community of Cardano developers in Botswana. Maybe one day we'll have some developers who are like concentrating a lot on Bitcoin. So if all we can all have a role to play to building the ecosystem and pushing towards adoption. Yeah. Like we have people who are like doing podcasts. They're part of the development of the ecosystem. Each one of us has a role to play. Yeah. So let's unite and bring freedom.
Yeah. Is there someone you would like to, someone who inspires you that you would like me to talk to interview? I know you talked about someone like someone from Kenya, but any person in Africa that you would like me to reach out and
who I would like to talk to.
Yes, like someone you would like to hear, like kind of interview, I will interview him, and you will see the interview. Someone you admire, of course.
Of course, first will be John Karanja, like I said.
John Karanja.
John, yes, the first one will be John Karanja. I would definitely would love to hear the talk of John Karanja. And then there is, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's in Nigeria. Chimi Chuta. I don't know. It's called Chuta. His name is kind of difficult for me to pronounce it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love for him also to like talk, because I've been following him like quietly, watching him, you know, as he was talking to me, lightning, nose and all that. I love what he's doing, and I would love to like hear him talk. That's one person that really I would love to hear him talk. I think him and John Karanja are the people that really like inspire me.
Nice. Anyway, for me, I'm just waiting for you to like to release a license of the Satoshi Center, and I will be the first to take it to West Africa.
I'm gonna work on that.
Okay. Yeah, and it has been a pleasure, and I hope that next year I will be talking to you again. And
thank you.
Yeah, do you have a last word, something you would like to say to everyone in Africa and in the world?
Yeah, I'll say run away from MLM.
Wow. No problem. No, they will hear that. They will hear that. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I hope you have a good Sunday, and and we'll keep in touch.
Definitely. Yeah.
No problem.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.